policy polling did a survey to figure out whether or not Americans are willing to pay more money if it means that employees at fast food chains will have health insurance. Now, if you can remember, the CEO of Papa John's hates the idea that he will now have to insure his employees. He actually wants to cut hours as a result of this. And of course, it's a bit of a rebellion to the Affordable Care Act that was passed by Barack Obama. But public policy polling found that the majority of Americans are actually willing to pay a little extra money for their pizza if it means that the people that are making and serving the food get health insurance. Now, Daily Kos wrote about this, and their headline was, "Suck it, Papa John's. 54% of voters would pay more for restaurant meals to insure workers." Now, that's a really interesting headline because it kind of shows you how people will interpret numbers the way that they want to interpret it. True, 54% is the majority, but also keep in mind that nearly half of Americans, okay, so about 41% of Republicans said yes, 72% of Democrats said yes, but 30% of people in general said no. 30% is still a pretty large chunk of Americans that are unwilling to pay extra money for the food that they're eating, even if it means that it's going to insure these individuals that are prepping their food.
I love those results because of the huge disparity between the Democrats and the Republicans, and it makes so clear that Republicans in some ways are just fucking dicks. Like, because here's why I'm saying that. Like, they're just trying to find opportunities to say that they don't care about people. Because you look at those numbers and it says, 54% say that they would be willing to do it. Whenever interpreting survey results, you have to understand that when we ask people to imagine a state of mind, would you be willing to do this if X was true? We falsely assume that people are really able to do that. How would I feel in 6 months under this circumstance? I don't know how I'm going to feel later today. If 54% say that they are willing to, when you say, would you pay more for something, if 54% will admit to it then, I would estimate that probably 80 to 95% would actually do it in practice when pizza happens to be 25 cents more expensive than it was last year.
And by the way,
they won't know or care at that point.
Here's another thing to keep in mind. The vast majority of these companies, these food corporations, make so much profit that they don't even necessarily have to increase the price of their food. You see what I'm saying? So think of a company like Walmart. Now, that's not fast food, but they make so much in profit that insuring their employees is not this unheard of thing. It's not like they would lose money. It's not like it would really impact, their business model. And so a lot of this really has to do with greed. Let's keep it real. And I think the one aspect of the Affordable Care Act that I really hate is the fact that a lot of these companies are going to cut hours, so they don't have these full-time employees that they have to insure. That really irritates me. And these are the types of loopholes and things like that I guess we could work on in the future, but it definitely is concerning because people depend on these full-time jobs in order to not only make ends meet, but for those benefits. Yeah,
totally. So, I think that the results are positive. It shows that despite the fact that people have had, several years now, very hard economic times, they still care, at least if you're a Democrat, about their fellow man.